Good morning and welcome to a new weekly vlog. It's actually Tuesday, but I didn't vlog at all yesterday because we were getting the floor laid. So we have flooring in the kitchen now, which is so exciting. We've still got to do the skirting and finish touching off painting bits and bobs. And then he's got to come back today to lay the flooring in the conservatory. But I'm just making my morning matcha. And then we're going to do some baking today. We're going to do carrot cake. So in my head, carrot cake was Easter, but if you think about it, it's actually more autumn because it's got all the warm spices. I'm going to do like a maple pecan caramel for the center. So I want to do a tiered cake and then also cupcakes. So that's going to be today. I've also got to take the girls to get groomed. It's their first time at the new groomers. Actually booked Lola in for a teeth clean. She's actually going to hate me for that, but her breath stinks. It's so bad. So hopefully they get a good haircut because it can be a bit hit or miss. It's such a gloomy day. It's so chilly. The big cardigans are out. For my matcha, I'm going to use this milk, which I've actually really been enjoying. And to make it, I literally just put it in my higher barista machine and just whiz it all up. I know you're gonna use the whiskey thing, but I'm lazy and this does the exact same job. So I'm just going to put it all in this and then I'm going to sweeten it with some honey. I always have a hot matcha in the morning and then have iced drinks later on in the day just because it's better for your hormones. So yeah, we're going to have a matcha and then we're going to start baking. So good. So we're going to start by grating carrots, and these are possibly the biggest carrots I've ever seen. Normally I do one medium, but I'm pretty sure this counts as an extra large. So we're going to do an extra large and a large carrot, and then that will do my cake and my cupcakes because I'm going to try and make them both today, and then I can finish the cupcakes today and then decorate the cake tomorrow. I think I'm going to go and change this jumper because I'm actually way too hot. So I'm going to go and change my jumper and I'll be back. Jumper's been changed. That's so much better. I don't know why I got so hot. So first we're going to weigh out the milk and then we're going to add in a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Then that creates a dairy-free buttermilk, which really helps with the consistency of the cake. Trust me, you don't want to skip this step when you're making cakes. It makes so much difference to the texture, to how much moisture's in it. It's honestly my secret ingredient to soft cakes. I'm going to use soy milk because that gives the best results. So I always go for a milk that's got a little bit more fat and a little bit more protein because that really helps with how the apple cider vinegar reacts with the milk and helps it to curdle. So yeah, I'm going to weigh out my milk and then weigh out the rest of the wet ingredients. We're going to use yogurt, we've got some light brown sugar, we've got some oil, and then we've just got dry ingredients and carrots. We don't need too many ingredients, and you don't need any eggs, and you also don't need any dairy, so. For sweetness, I'm going to use light brown sugar and I'm also going to use some molasses sugar, which will just give those deep, rich caramel flavours. It's very strong, so I'm only going to use maybe a quarter of this to the brown sugar, and then that should level it out and it should be like a beautiful, rich caramel flavour. So for dry ingredients, we're going to be using self-raising flour, leveling agents, and then a mix of cinnamon, ginger, and some nutmeg, just to give it that warm, spiced flavour. Self-raising flour is honestly one of the key ingredients to fluffy cakes. I get a lot of questions as to whether you can swap that out for plain flour or all-purpose flour, but honestly, you do need the self-raising flour. So if you don't have it locally to you, because in the UK, it's just very common flour, it's something that you just can get in every single supermarket, but if you can't buy it in the supermarket, if you just Google self-raising flour recipe, that was my molasses sugars falling over, but if you can't get self-raising flour in your local shop, you can just make it yourself. So just Google self-raising flour recipe, and then there's tons of different recipes that show you how much leavening agent you need to flour to obviously give you the same effect. So where I've been baking for so long, and honestly it's the way the majority of my family bake and cook, we never used to measure stuff. You just sort of measure it by your eye. So once I started to share my recipes, I was like, I really need to be very exact and very precise, because not everyone can just eyeball ingredients. It will never turn out the same. And honestly, that's why I hate when recipes are in cups. I know in America that's how a lot of you guys measure your foods and things, but it's so inaccurate. There's no way that I can measure a cup exactly the same as you can measure a cup, and that's why a lot of recipes fail. I've tested recipes out and thought, that looks amazing, I'm going to give that a go. 1 cup of flour, yeah, that looks okay. And it was an absolute disaster. So there is honestly no way that you can bake a cake and get complete accurate results without a kitchen scale. They're so cheap. I think this one's from Salter, and I got it on Amazon. I think it was like £20. So easy to use. It's got 2 buttons. Honestly, if you're thinking about starting baking, a kitchen scale is what you need. That's your number one piece of equipment. So another thing I've learned whilst baking is to tidy up as you go. If you're messy like me, I am, well, my boyfriend will say I'm a very messy human. I'm not messy, I'm just not very organised. So if I tidy up as I go, it means that I'm a lot more organised. I know where everything is. I don't then like turn around and look and there's like a disaster, like a bomb has gone off behind me, because that does happen quite often. So I use quite a lot of leavening agents because obviously we're not using any eggs. This is going to be the only thing that really helps the cake to rise. So you need to be quite generous with your leavening agents, and honestly you can't taste them. You can't taste them at all. So I'm going to go in with now some cinnamon, some nutmeg. Nutmeg has got a very strong taste, so use very sparingly. If you really love the taste of nutmeg, personally I find it quite overpowering, so I'm just literally going to use a very small dash and a dash of ginger. So yeah, that's all of the ingredients we need. It's really that simple. Got our dry ingredients and our spices, our 2 types of sugar, oil, yogurt, and then milk. And that is literally all we're going to need. We're only going to need 1 bowl and a whisk to mix it all together. You don't need a stand mixer, you don't need an electric whisk. Honestly, if you use an electric whisk, you probably will end up with worse results than if you mix it by hand, because you'll end up having too much air in the batter, and then it can cause the cake to be very dense and very flat. That is another major tip from me, is gently whisk. Even if it looks like there's still lumps in your mixture, they're fine. Honestly, trust me, they will dissolve while they bake. You'd rather go lumpy mixture than super smooth mixture, because you will not get a soft, fluffy cake. You'll end up with like a dense, flat cake, and that is not what we want. So yeah, I'm going to mix this all together. All of the ingredients mixed together, we're going to leave it for about 30 minutes just to thicken up. Then we're going to scoop it and put it into our jumbo muffin tins. I always make jumbo muffins as I just feel like they're way better than small muffins. Then we're going to bake them and leave them to cool before we can make the filling and the frosting. This is the muffin tin I use. It's just from Amazon. The brand is Monfish. Not sure, but I have got it linked in my Amazon storefront. I use these tulip cases, which once again are from Amazon, but I do believe you can make these yourself. I'm just lazy, apparently, and I bought them. But yeah, I'm going to use these, and I'm going to bake 3 at a time. That ensures there's enough heat and air in the oven to make sure that they all rise correctly. If you put them all in the muffin tin together, they're too close together and they won't rise as well. So my tip is to spread them evenly. So bake 3 and then bake the other 3. Ideally, it would be great to have 2 muffin tins, but I only have 1, so I'm going to bake them in halves. We're going to start with a really hot temperature for the oven, just to ensure that they get the initial like burst of heat which causes them to rise. Then we're going to turn down the heat for the rest of the baking, because otherwise they would just burn. So we're going to go really high heat, turn it down, and then leave them to bake. And fingers crossed, we should have some very well risen tall jumbo muffins. So I'm just on the way to the groomers. The girls are in the back. There's Winnie and there's Lo. Lola absolutely hates the car. She just like pants the whole way. It's literally only a 5-minute drive. I could have walked, to be fair, but we're gonna drive. You alright back there, Lo? Oh, Winnie, hello. You okay back there, mate? Just got back from dropping off the dogs and we've got 2 orders to open. First one is a Zara order. I actually made the Zara order about 2 weeks ago. So honestly, I can't even remember what I ordered. So that's a surprise. And then we've also got another order from Ninja. I'm doing a very exciting collaboration with them on TikTok. So we can open that. But first up, let's do Zara. All I remember from this order is it's giving nice top and jeans vibe. I just really feel like I haven't got any tops. I've got a lot of jeans but no top. So up first we have this very simple white boat neck t-shirt which will go lovely just with jeans. It's got a lining in the middle and I went for a size small. Next up we have a chocolate brown top with long sleeves, lovely asymmetric style neckline and then just buttons down the side. I feel like this will be very flattering and I got this in a size small and it was £26. It's got that annoying material though that like picks when you touch it with your nails, so you need to be super careful with that. Next up we have this really thick knitted off the shoulder top. I don't feel like the material is going to be particularly flattering and I'm not sure about the pattern. It's a little bit, I don't know, we might try it on and see what it's like, but from first look I'm not sure. Okay, now this is out there for me. I very much enjoy wearing black, just simple clothes, black and white, but we've got some leopard print. So this is a bodysuit. It's got some ruching on the side and then it's off the shoulder on one side and then a pretty low back. I'm not sure. I don't know whether leopard print really suits me, but I might give it a go. It was £20 and I got this in a size small. I feel like it's nice and maybe if you're going out for dinner and you just want like jeans and a top vibe, still look dressy but not overdone, this could be a good shout. Next up we have this off the shoulder top. I feel like everything I bought is off the shoulder. It's got a beautiful gold buckle in the middle and it's just simple and black. Once again though, it's in that very annoying mesh material that picks, but I feel like this with black jeans and like a thick black belt would look lovely. Next up we just have a simple knitted waistcoat. It's actually a really lovely material. It's quite thin, which is nice because I feel like some of the waistcoats from Zara are so thick, it's like, it doesn't give you any shape, you just end up looking a bit boxy. Got these gorgeous gold buttons, which just add a little something, keep it a little bit more dressy. So I feel like this could be a keep. I got this in a size small and the price £20. Of accessories, so I got this gorgeous bag. I was saying to Billy that I would absolutely love a designer handbag. I've never had a designer handbag. I've always just bought from retail shops. So potentially for my birthday, I might consider getting one, but I'm actually not too sure what I would want. I think I'd want something very simple, black, just so it goes with everything. But I love the strap length on this. It doesn't sit under your armpit because I find that some shoulder bags just sit under your armpit and they're just annoying. The gold buckle, I just feel like it's a little bit different. And then I just got a brown belt. I have got a brown belt, but it's very thin. It's more of like a waist belt that you would wear with a dress rather than jeans. So I just wanted one that was a bit thicker to actually sit in the belt loops. So yeah, that was my Zara order. I'm not sure if it was too successful, but I'm going to try it on in a bit. And then let's go and get my Ninja parcel. This is very kindly gifted, which I'm so excited about. So one of the first things that I wanted to buy when we moved in or get as a housewarming gift was a Ninja Creamy. So I'm so excited that I finally now have one. I'm going to be working with them on a recipe on TikTok. So if you don't follow me there, my TikTok is just recipebyrosie. So I'm going to be doing that for posting hopefully next week. But yeah, I'm so excited. Basically, if you haven't heard of a Ninja Creamy, it just makes ice cream and frozen yogurt, just frozen treats. So I'm so excited that I've now finally got one. It's actually got 4 functions. So you can do frozen drink, slushy, a frap and a frozen yogurt. So this is going to be the one that I think I'm going to use the most. But I do absolutely love slushies. So in the box we get the motor base, the creamy deluxe tubs. Oh, you get 3 of them. How handy. An outer bowl and lid, the creamizer paddle, and then the recipe inspiration guide. So the recipe that I've got in mind for this is so seasonal. I don't know whether you can guess the flavour. Think about your favourite autumn drink from Starbucks and turn it into frozen yoghurt. That's what I'm going to be doing with this. So yeah, I'm going to put this away, and then hopefully the carrot muffins will be cooled enough to fill them and frost them. So my cupcakes have cooled and I'm just making the filling. And the filling is literally my 3-ingredient caramel recipe, which is just nut butter, coconut oil, and then I'm going to use maple syrup to sweeten and obviously give it that maple taste. So yeah, you literally just mix it all together and that's caramel. It's so easy. I honestly never make traditional caramel anymore because this is just too easy. You literally just mix it together. So yeah, I'm going to use that as the filling of the cupcakes, and then I'm going to quickly make a cream cheese frosting, which is just going to be dairy-free cream cheese, dairy-free butter and icing sugar, and then you just whip it together. Hey Lola, Winnie. Just picked the girls up and I'm obsessed. They look so cute. Winnie, she looks like a proper little toy poodle. Hi guys, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday afternoon actually. I woke up this morning, I did loads of work, made my breakfast, which I'm hoping I would have shown you, walked the dogs, and it was pissing it down with rain. But now I've just been to the gym and I'm just going to go and get my nails done. So my sister usually does my nails, but she stood me up, so I'm going to try somewhere new, which makes me so nervous. Spent so much time growing my natural nails that I don't want to put something on it and it not last. So I'm just going to get biab done again. And of course they do a good job because they're looking ropey right now. So yeah, I'm going to get those done and then we can go home, make some lunch. Also got to film something for Ninja with the Ninja Creamy, so we can do that together. And it's also mine and Billy's anniversary. So we've been engaged now for 1 year today, and then we've been together like official boyfriend and girlfriend for 3 years today. We're going to, I think, just make tacos or something simple tonight. It's Wednesday, so we don't really want to do anything too fancy. So I think we're just going to make dinner at home together and just chill out, have just a cozy evening. I'm going to go and get my nails done. Let's hope I come back and they are beautiful. I've just got back from getting my nails done and I love them. I went for like a brownie colour this time. So I always get biab on my natural nails. They're lovely. I usually go for like a very pinky nude, so this is a bit different, but I thought it's autumn, let's go for a bit of a brown. We come home to a parcel from Thrive, and Thrive is a food prep company. So much good stuff. So I asked for all of the vegetarian and fish options. How good does this sound? Teriyaki salmon, saffron paprika baked bass, that sounds incredible. Meatless harissa chickpea stew, that sounds incredible too. Strawberry lime chia pudding, that sounds so good. Chocolate chip pancakes, stop it, I can't wait to eat those. Can I have those for lunch? Red Thai king prawns, that sounds so good. I might actually have that one now. Teriyaki tofu, that also sounds incredible. I'm so undecided, I don't know what to eat now. But yeah, thank you Thrive. I'm very excited to try all of those. I think I'm actually going to have the king prawns now, and then I need to get on with some work. Good morning, happy Thursday. I hope that you're all doing well. I am just getting ready for the day. I went to Pilates this morning and walked the dogs. I feel like I never address the dogs by their names. They do have names. Lola is the white dog, the cockapoo, and then Winnie is the toy poodle, the ginger dog. The name Winnie, and then Billy was like, oh, it's like Winnie the Poodle, and I was like, oh yeah, true. It wasn't actually intended that way, but it works. So yeah, I walked the dogs. It was raining this morning when I got up. I got up at 5:30 because I have to be at Pilates for 7, and I'm one of these people that needs time in the morning to wake up. Like, I love the mornings, and I'm definitely not a night owl. Like, get me in bed by 9 o'clock. But I need time to like wake up and have a matcha, contemplate life, think about nothing, because I honestly just can't get up and just go. Like, Billy literally wakes up and within 10 minutes he's out the door, but I just can't do that. Although actually this morning I went to Pilates, and then on the way home, stopped at the post office because I had some returns to do. And I don't know why, I actually hate that job more than anything. I don't just put them off. The return boxes just sit in the corner of the room, and that bugs me even more than actually doing the job. So I need to just do the job. I fake tanned my face last night, and I didn't do a very good job. But yeah. So I did that, and then I got back, and Billy had a hair appointment at 8:30, and I got back at 8:10, and it's a good half an hour drive, especially in the morning traffic. And his car was still here, so I was like calling, like, babe, no response. Went upstairs, sound asleep. So yeah, he missed his appointment. Oh my gosh! I have a mirror behind me, so I'm actually like using the camera. The mirror, obviously, in my bathroom is to my right, which is great because you can get up close to the mirror, but it does mean I'm gonna have to turn my head quite a lot. But I saw this thing on I think it was Instagram or TikTok. It was like someone saying how some people having the ability to small talk is very like admirable. Yeah, that's the word. Which I totally agree. It's not really a skill that I own, but I would love to be good at it. Even when I went to get my nails done yesterday, like the girls that do nails or hair or, you know, anything sort of, you know, person to person, they are amazing. They can just talk. Whereas because I spend a lot of time on my own, really, I don't have that skill. And I've worked for myself, or I've worked like at home for the majority of my working life. And even when I went to university, I studied economics at uni. I literally never went. I stayed at home and lived with my mum, and then used to drive to campus maybe once a week. So I didn't really make any friends. I didn't really, you know, have that university social life experience, which is really not me anyway. I think I would have hated it, because I did want to go to Canterbury, like Kent University. Is it Canterbury University? I don't know, like, because I loved Canterbury. So I was like, yeah, I'm going to live away at home. And then when I got my grades, I actually got higher grades than I thought I was going to get. So I was like, absolutely not going there. I am going to go to a closer university. But the university that I I didn't actually think that I would get into Canterbury, because I didn't think my grades would be good enough. So I always sort of in my head thought, oh, I'll just go to my second choice. But then when it got to it, I chickened out, and I just could not leave home. Not that I particularly, you know, I was living at home with my mum, but I just love those like comforts. I'm quite a shy person, so going out and like staying somewhere completely different was completely out of my comfort zone. Maybe it would have been good character building to do it, but I'm glad that I didn't, because I think I would have hated every minute of it. My sister didn't go to uni either, actually. It's funny, isn't it, that you go to uni because you think that's kind of like the only option. But in reality, I used my degree for maybe 2 years. I was a business analyst after I graduated, which I hated. I only did economics because my dad worked in London in the finance industry in a bank, and I was like, absolutely, that's what I'm going to do, because you just kind of, well, I didn't know any different, and I honestly had really no other aspirations. So I was like, yep, absolutely, I'm going to do economics. I'm going to go and work in the finance industry, commute to London, you know, join that corporate pole, and I managed to get a job locally. So once again, I stayed at home. I actually bought a property that was close to work so I could walk to work. I was there for 2 years, then I got made redundant, so I then fell into social media. I was doing a lot more like fitness based stuff. Some of you might actually follow me from those days. Yeah, so I was doing all like fitness videos, going to events. Do you remember Body Power? If you're from the UK, you probably would. So yeah, I was doing all that sort of stuff. And then I just started posting. I got really into like my, you know, food. I became quite obsessive with it, I will admit. You know, that if it fits your macros kind of vibes. Then we went down the vegan vibes. And I was a vegan for, I think, 2 years, which is where some of my eating habits have stuck. But I transitioned back to eating, you know, a mix of everything, just for health reasons. I didn't find that veganism worked particularly well for me. The blush that I bought the other day, I really love. It's very pink, very pigmented, so I'm using very sparingly. When I first bought it, I went a little bit overboard, and because of my complexion and being quite fair, if you put too much like pink on, for me personally, I just don't think it suits me. It doesn't suit my skin tone. I'm wearing the new top that I bought from Zara the other day, and I absolutely love it. I actually did another Zara order last night because the majority of the stuff that I bought on Tuesday is going back. So I kept a couple of bits, like maybe 2 things. I kept the bag as well, which was I really love, but the tops, they're going back. I swear I've been using this product for about, I don't know, it's got to be about 5 years, and it's just never ending. It's probably out of date, to be honest. I don't really know how you check. Oh yeah, there's codes, isn't there, that you need to look at. Today I need to film for Ninja. I'm doing a recipe with the Ninja Creamy, which you saw me make yesterday. I'm doing a pumpkin spice latte flavoured like ice cream frozen yoghurt thing, which sounds delicious and festive. So I'm excited to try that out today. Billy and I, last night, obviously it was our anniversary, but our bathroom came and my boyfriend is so impatient. So he was fitting the toilet last night. And we had popped to B&Q, which I joke is literally Billy's favourite shop. I know, when we were getting out of the car, I was like, babe, it says on the parking thing, we've only got 3 hours. 3 hours free parking, so we best hurry, because he would literally spend a day in that shop. I swear he loves it. But yeah, we were joking in the car last night that obviously we found this house the day we got engaged. We came to view it, I think like 2 days later, or maybe even the next day, knowing us because we're so impatient. Yeah, we came and viewed it and obviously fell in love with it and made an offer on the spot, which was, actually, did we make an offer on that? No, I think we liked the property and we knew that there were some bits and bobs that we needed to do. Like we knocked through the utility room and the dining room to make it like a bigger kitchen, because obviously that's where, you know, you spend the majority of your time. And although a utility room is lovely, our garage connects to our kitchen, so it made more sense for us to just transfer like utilities to the garage. So I've got my washing machine and my tumble dryer and like a second fridge in the garage. But yeah, we went away, then we came back and Billy bought one of his friends, because we just wanted to like double check that we could knock through walls and stuff. It was here and she was like, we've got a little bit of an issue. And we like looked at each other like, what could that be? She was like, well, there is a leak coming through the dining room, like the ceiling light from the dining room, you know, from the upstairs. And we were like, of it, but because Billy obviously is quite handy, he was like, okay, let me go and have a look, and he turned off all the water and stuff, and obviously the dining room was soaked, because obviously who knew how long it'd been dripping. The house was empty, it was going through probate. So the estate agent was calling the owner for him to come, and luckily he came. Well, he's not the owner, he was the son of the owner. He came, and obviously we got to meet him, which was really nice, and we made our offer then. And you know, he said, okay, let me think about it, and off he went. And then we got the call back to say, yep, but you know, the offer is that the condition of the house stays it is, like I'm not fixing the leak or, you know, repairing the ceiling. And we were like, that's absolutely fine, we're, you know, going to be doing some renovations anyway. And yeah, so then, you know, we went through the process, and it was actually like a good sort of, my property was selling in alongside, but then that fell through, so we were in like a bit of a sticky position. But yeah, in the end we managed to get through. We got the keys, and we actually turned around the property pretty quickly. Obviously there's still loads to do, like now we're living in here, because all the walls are white, it feels very, I don't know, like clinical. And obviously we have no furnishings, like, you know, little like ornaments or pots or things like that, which we're going to do. But Billy last weekend painted the ensuite, which is his bathroom, and then the main bathroom is my bathroom. I think we're going to paint this room as well. Obviously we've got the wood on that wall that obviously gives it, you know, a little bit more of a cozy feel, but because this lighted mirror that I've got is so bright, we've got them in both of the bathrooms. You need like a warmer colour on the walls just to make it feel a bit cozier. So I feel like that might be a job that we do in a couple of weeks. This weekend we are finishing off the kitchen. We're putting the skirting boards on. Now the floor's down, we can put the skirting boards on. Obviously Billy's fitting the downstairs bathroom because he fitted the toilet, but we've obviously got to fit the cabinet and the sink and the tap. We've got a few bits in like just house stuff to do this weekend. We were actually going to throw an engagement party this weekend, but in reality now is not the time to be doing that. We're not finished downstairs. We don't have a downstairs toilet yet. Well, actually technically we do, but you know, it's not not suitable for guests. It's awful weather. It's awful weather, and it just, yeah, I don't know. Both of us are just a little bit too stressed to think about hosting. So I think we're going to postpone that. And we were talking last night actually that for my birthday trip, obviously we looked at New York, but it was coming out of like $2.5 grand for the hotel alone, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not paying that. And it was not even like a nice hotel. It was, you know, a budget hotel, because the like normal, like nice hotels were either sold out or just ridiculously expensive. I mean, my birthday does fall in half term, which is very unfortunate. I think it's half term anyway. Well, it used to when I was a kid. It's the 23rd of October, so I feel like that's like peak half term for children in the UK. So everything is way more expensive. So I think what we're going to do is we are actually going to go to Cyprus. Which sounds random, but when we get married, we really want to get married abroad. It's in a way different order, but you know, it'll be fine. So yeah, we want to get married abroad, and both of us, well, Billy particularly has always gone, oh, Cyprus sounds good. And I'm like, I've never been to Cyprus. I have no idea. And I was like, have you been to Cyprus? He was like, no. But, you know, you're guaranteed good weather there. It's close enough so that like our elderly family can come still. And I also hate standing up in front of people and being like the centre of attention. So the thought of, you know, loads of people staring at me, I don't know, it just makes me really nervous. I'm just really not that confident. So an intimate wedding makes way more sense for, you know, both of us. Billy's quite shy too. Willie's very shy. We are going to try to go to Cyprus. I need to look at some venues. Oh dear, I think I've put way too much on my eyebrow. Damn it. Yeah. So that's the plan for our little getaway. That's my makeup. That's me done. I think I'm going to make the cake first so that can cool whilst I'm filming the Ninja content. So yeah, let's go and make a cake and film some content. So I'm just making the sponge cake, and you literally only need sugar, then your dry ingredients, which is flour, baking powder, bicarbonate of soda, and then the chai spice mix, oil, buttermilk and yogurt, and that is literally all you need for the sponge. I've just realised that I don't have any baking paper, so I'm hoping that my non-stick pan is non-stick, because I'm just going to have to put it in the pan. So let's keep our fingers crossed that we don't have a cake that's stuck to the tin. So I'm just setting up the Ninja Creamy, and I'm not gonna lie, it's literally just taken me half an hour to figure out how to put the blade in the top. I'm so thick. I thought the blade had to stay in the base. It doesn't, it stays in the lid, which obviously makes sense. So my Ninja Creamy is set up and she's so pretty. So it does ice cream, it has a second option for ice cream, sorbet, gelato, frozen yogurt, frap, frozen drink, slushy and milkshake. So I'm excited. I'm gonna do the pumpkin spice latte, but I'm gonna mix in, so there's a mix in option. I'm gonna mix in some crushed biscuit pieces. I'm sorry if you can hear Winnie howling in the background. My cake is out, we can do this. I'm excited to see how it turns out. So that's my cake. I'm going to put it in the fridge now overnight, and then tomorrow morning I'll decorate it with like a dusting of probably cinnamon. I was going to say cocoa powder, but I feel like cinnamon, and we'll see how it goes. I'm hoping that it's going to be very similar texture to my tiramisu chocolate cake, which if you haven't seen is on my website. So let's keep our fingers crossed, put it in the fridge, and I'm going to go back to editing now for the rest of the afternoon. I'm going to need a matcha. Good morning guys, happy Friday. I'm not sure what I ended up filming yesterday. I kind of fell into like a black hole of editing last night. I think I worked till like 10. I'm just on the way to the gym. It's such a rainy day. It's 7:23 and it's still dark. But yeah, we're gonna go to the gym, and then I've got loads of work to do. I've got to finish up that job for Ninja. I've also got to redo a voiceover for hire. I've also got 2 bakes that I want to finish. So obviously I started yesterday the chai tiramisu cake, so today I need to finish shooting it. I've also got a dirty chai latte cake that I want to decorate. Then I've also got, I think I've got 3 meetings, and I've got to walk the dogs. Honestly, we've got loads to do. So I've just made the Ninja Creamy, and honestly, I can't believe how good it turned out. I've been watching the videos on like TikTok and Instagram thinking, it can't be that good. It really is that good. I'm honestly debating like, can I have this for breakfast? I mean, technically you could, because it's a pumpkin spice latte. It's got protein in it. I think this could actually be breakfast. But I am actually going to make a proper breakfast. This is so good. I'm going to have to make up 3 tubs of this, I reckon, and keep it in the freezer, just so that then when you do want one, you've got one to hand, because that's my only like, what's the word, like bugbear? Is that the saying? That's my only criticism. My fridge is making ice. Okay, now she's making water. Okay, she's done. So that is my only criticism of the Ninja Creamy, is the fact that you have to wait 24 hours to freeze your ingredients, but obviously it's ice cream, so you're going to have to wait because it has to be frozen. So there's literally no way around that, but it's incredible. I would suggest investing because they are really good. This is the Ninja Creamy Deluxe, so I believe the tubs are bigger and you get 3 of them. So you can make this, I think this would serve maybe 2 people. Like obviously if you eat the whole pint, I feel like this is like 2 pints. It doesn't actually have the measurements on it, but I'll find out. But I think these are 2 pints. And then if you buy just the original Ninja Creamy, it's just 1 pint. But yeah, would definitely recommend investing. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away. I'm gonna tidy up. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer, and then I guess I can respin it tonight or this afternoon when I actually want to eat ice cream. So yeah, I'm gonna put this away and then make some breakfast. I'm gonna have avocado toast. I really like all of my food super toasted, so like I could even go more burnt than that, to be honest. And then I'm just gonna put some avocado, some red and black pepper on this, and a teensy wincy bit of honey, just for a little bit of sweetness. And that's honestly gonna be my very uninspiring, sad looking breakfast. I just go and get changed because I was absolutely freezing. But this is the chai spiced tiramisu cake that I was decorating yesterday, and my non-stick pan was definitely non-stick, and I'm so pleased with how it turned out. So we've got a mascarpone style frosting with a layer of coffee soaked tiramisu sponge fingers and then a chai spiced cake. So I'm going to top it now with a dusting of cinnamon, and that is literally the finished cake. It was so easy to make, and I'm hoping that when I slice it, a similar consistency to a tres leches cake. Morning guys, happy Sunday. This is the first time I've picked up the camera this weekend. Honestly, yesterday you wouldn't have wanted to watch. I was painting the skirting boards and the window frame. I mean, I don't know what's more boring than painting. Maybe it's watching someone paint. I don't know. So I'm going to save that riveting content. But we did go to the cinema last night. We saw Don't Speak with James McAvoy. Honestly, such a good film. Go and see it. It's like, it's not scary, but it's like a thriller suspense film. Really, really good. Did go to Zizi as well last night, which was average at best. The service was honestly awful, but I just had like a king prawn pizza thing, which was okay. And then yeah, today the food shop's just arrived, so I'm going to unpack that. I've got more painting to do. Billy's going to silicone the kitchen, which once again, I don't know what's more boring, either siliconing or watching someone silicone. But yeah, that's my Sunday. I hope you've all had a lovely week. This is the last time I'm speaking. Thank you so much for watching. But if not, enjoy it. Let's go and unpack our food shopping. Start with the cold stuff. I got these hot shots, which I get every single week. I love these. Then I got some yogurt, my favourite, and then this yogurt for baking. Milk, I got milk for baking, milk for like protein shakes, and then milk for my matcha. This is my favourite at the moment. This is the best salsa ever. Then for protein sauces, I got salmon and basa, and then I got some chicken sausages for Billy. Then I got butter. This is the best butter for buttercream or cookies, literally any kind of baking. If you're looking for a dairy-free butter, I would definitely recommend this. Then, as it's so cold, I was craving soup yesterday, so I got the tomato and basil and then spiced butternut. So I'm going to have that today, I think. Then for fresh fruit and veg, I got tomatoes, peppers, broccoli, fine green beans. I hate the chunky ones, so it has to be the fine. Salad. These are really good. Runner beans. More runner beans. Bananas. And then we don't actually eat a huge amount of fruit. I obviously eat loads of blueberries, frozen blueberries, but actual fruit. So I did pick up some grapes this week. Then for like bread and stuff, I got these protein thins. I had the full protein bagels last week and they weren't that great. So we're back on these ones. Sourdough, which I love. And I got this extra thick Hovis bread. I got some biscuits. I'm going to be making some caramelised biscuit flavoured treats this week. So Biscoff biscuits, Billy's favourite biscuits. Some popcorn for Billy. I hate the toffee one. I like salted, but Billy likes this one, so he can have this one. I can have the salted. Then Biscoff spread for my caramelised biscuit treats. Then we absolutely love sweets. Like sweets are my favourite kind of sweet treat. Absolutely love a Haribo. So they had loads of And they had loads of festive ones. So I got the squashes, naughty and nice, apple pie and strawberry ice cream flavour, which sound incredible. These are really, really good. Randoms festives, which I believe are probably just randoms but in festive shapes. Some more Christmas treats and then some giant Skittles. I also got some taco shells because we love having tacos once a week. So I got these jumbo dark chocolate chips, icing sugar, self-raising flour, light brown sugar, and then I got dark brown sugar. I got 2 packs of that because I've actually been obsessed with adding that to all of my cakes. It adds so much flavour and moisture. Frozen blueberries, and then just a couple of bags of crisps. So that's my kind of food shop for the week, and now I'm going to get on with some painting. Wish me luck.